I hit the wrong button. I meant to unpause it. Anyways, this is going to be part 2 of getting this bowl fixed. So there's a bowl with all the added holes in it. Dirty on the inside. I'm taking it in to get it cleaned up, and then I'll get it put back together. I was really trying to do this all on one video and have a nice video about the water tank progress. But anyways, walking inside. Alright, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to go in and I'll turn it back on while I'm washing it. Alright, so we're in the bathroom. Going to get this washed up a bit. Got a whole bunch of holes drilled. Got to get this cleaned out. So yeah, I think that was definitely the problem why we didn't get very much water, is there weren't a lot of holes, and the holes we did have were mostly plugged. I think we need to plan on washing this more often. Yeah, I had about 3 minutes of me taking care of, getting that more holes drilled and stuff, and then this video ended. Go ahead and pause it. Alright, while I'm in here, I might as well, I know I've showed this on a previous video, but this is our filtration system for our rain catchment. Right here down inside the wall, down here at the bottom, the water line comes in from that tank, comes up here through a shutoff valve into a sediment catch filter. I believe that is a 500 mesh filter, it might be a 200, it's either 200 or 500 mesh, I don't remember exactly which one I've got in there. And then through a pump, and this was a diaphragm pump that had a built-in pressure switch. That pressure switch failed almost instantly on this pump, like within a week, 2 weeks, something like that. So I put in a well pressure pump and a pressure gauge, and I've got it set between 30 and 50. Gets below 30, it'll kick on. Gets above 50, it shuts back off. What I don't have in the system yet is a pressure tank. And so every time the water comes on, as you heard while I was washing it, the pump comes on. Right next to it, over here, I've got a 2 filter system. These are 4-inch diameter, 10-inch tall filters. The first one is a 5 micron filter, and the second one is a 5 micron with carbon filter. So it's a carbon filter and 5 micron. And then over here to the Rinnai water heater. All right, I'll pause this and I'll be back out at the tank. I'm getting that taken care of. All right, headed back around. So there's a tire wall that makes up the berm of dirt at the back of the house, but I'm headed back up around to the back by the truck. Yeah, any house under construction and whatever is going to have a bit of a mess around it. All right, back to the truck. Got both the big dogs laying down under the truck. Drill's still sitting here. So now what I need to do is pick up these rocks and put them back in the bowl without picking up all the little trash that was in the rocks. Anyways, I'm going to get a layer of rock on the bottom. I'll pause this and I'll get back to you when that's full. Alright, I got the I got one little, anyways, seed head from some grass in there. But alright, so I got the bowl filled with rocks, taking it back over to the water tank. If you saw part 1 of this, you saw me pull that off of there. You can see the ground outside of it is saturated. The whole reason I'm doing this is last night we had a really heavy thunderstorm. Should have been able to completely fill this tank. The tank was sitting at about 500 gallons before the thunderstorm, and we only got up to about 800 gallons. So, yeah, I gained about 300 gallons, but I should have been able to fill the tank full. It was a really heavy storm, lots of rain, and you can see, based on how wet the ground is right here, that what happened was it overflowed the bowl and flowed out onto the ground because there wasn't enough water flow into the bowl. So now the way I've got it, I more than doubled the amount of holes that were in the bottom of that. I cleaned it out so the holes that were there aren't plugged up. And I think what I'm going to have to do with this situation is clean that bowl out every month or so. Yeah, you can see the water tank sitting in the back of the truck there. I use that to, let's see, try not to show the license plate number. Anyways, I use that water tank with that truck to haul water when we don't get enough rain. So last night we got more than plenty of rain. Should have filled this up, but it did not fill the tank very full. Not get a lot of the rain ended up on the ground out here. You can see I'm getting all muddy because this is completely saturated compared to the ground out here that's completely solid and not soft and spongy. So that should help. The next rain we get should be able to increase the water level. Like I said, this is a 1,500 gallon tank. Yeah, let me show you the roof line again. It's got, this roof line is 70 feet wide, and each panel is 17 feet long. So it's a 70 by 17 roof. And yeah, the last little bit there, because of kind of an error on my part when laying the block, framing the roof, whatever, it tips down the other direction. I don't have the last section of gutter on yet. I've got to work on that some more. But 3/4 of this roof, of a 17 by 70 roof, was collecting water that was running into this gutter, down the spout here, and into this water tank. And again, I think part of the top of this tank collapsed when we had it full one time, and it was so full that water was sitting in this bowl. It was kind of overflowing, and we were drawing water out of it through the thing at the bottom, out into using it in the bathroom and the kitchen. And it collapsed the tank because it put a negative pressure on the inside of the tank and just pulled the top of the tank in. And I haven't gotten in there to push it up yet, to straighten it out. And so that bowl sits a little sideways. But eventually, what I was getting at is this is a 1,500 gallon tank. Eventually I'm going to add a second tank. The water will still only flow into this tank, but I have that water line. If you saw the one where I was connecting this tank several months ago, the water line runs underground here at the level of the bottom of this tank, about 4 inches above the bottom of the tank actually. And it runs over, and where that plastic electric fence post is right there, that water line continues, and it continues this way. Now what I plan to do is dig up this area, get it down to where I can, when I get another tank anyways, dig up this area, get it down to where I can set another tank in at the same level that the existing tank is in, and double the amount of water storage I have, and just have it connected in parallel through that 3/4 inch PEX pipe that's underground there. And once I get that done, increase from 1,500 gallons worth of water storage to 3,000 gallons worth of water storage, and that would be a much better situation for the household. Anyways, if you like these videos or want to see more about rain collection or what we're doing around the homestead, please like and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see more of. I can definitely do more detailed videos on the rain collection. The other thing to note on this rain collection is, after I fall in the ditch, is that about once every 6 months we do shock this with about 2 cups of bleach in the 1,500 gallons. That just helps keep anything that would be growing. It is a black tank, half buried underground, so the sunlight doesn't get into it, doesn't grow any algae or anything. But we do take the precaution, and about every 6 months or so we shock it with bleach. But yeah, like I was saying, if you like the content, if you want to see more about the rain collection, if you want to see more about what we do around the homestead or the construction, just let me know. Like and subscribe and share it, and do all the things. Thank you.